had a dream last night that I want to share, and I'm going to share it as I received it. In this dream, I had invited to my house brothers and sisters, and many of them came to my house. And there were some brothers and sisters that came from very far away. And by the way, this is people from real life. I will not give names, but they're real people. And when they came, there were some brothers and sisters that came from very far away, and I was very eager to see them and to speak with them. But they didn't seem to be as eager as I was. And then we were eating at two tables. There were two long tables, and we were eating there. And there was one brother in particular that I wanted to see and to speak with him, but I couldn't see him. And I asked the sister, "Where is he?" And she told me he's up there. And when I looked, he was kind of like almost at the other end of the table. And when I looked at him, he didn't seem so eager to speak with me, and he seemed busy with doctrinal teachings. And then suddenly a brother from the table who hadn't spoken in tongues yet, he said that while he was praying, he felt an urge to pray in tongues, but he didn't, because he felt unsure about it. And then my father immediately said, my earthly father, which was also at the table, he said that it's probably better because you can't be sure of the spirit, so you have to be careful. And when brothers and sisters heard that, they kind of jumped on him, and they said, "Oh no, why did you have to say that? Now you've discouraged him from speaking in tongues," and they seemed upset about it. And I looked at my father and I said to him, encouragement is the opposite of discouragement. And he started defending his arguments and telling me things. And when he finished, I said to him again the same thing. And I said, encouragement is the opposite of discouragement. And he kind of stopped, and he seemed to understand the point. Now, today, when I was at work, I prayed about it and asked the Lord, what is the meaning of this dream? And the Lord told me in my heart that we have to be patient with those that don't understand. My Jesus bless you.